When you think about free agency, nose tackle isn't one of the sexy positions. Even though nose tackle is extremely important, the Vikings had some deficiency the last couple of years. Michael Pierce didn't work out, but Harrison Phillips coming over from the Buffalo Bills, inking up a 3-year deal with the Vikes, already changing the front end of the defense, already phenomenal in the community. He was a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Bills. I think he probably could be for the Vikings, and overall, he's just a fantastic both leader, player, and just spiritual advisor. If we want to get all into like crystals and energies and stuff. But Harrison Phillips, nickname Horrible Harry, a.k.a. Harry the Horrible in our scenario here, has already really stepped up. And also, he wears 97 well, right? When they announced that he was going to wear 97, I thought that would look weird considering that was Everson Griffin's digits, but it looks good. It does look pretty damn good. And coming over from the Buffalo Bills, I loved him at Stanford. He was a mid-round pick coming out from the Cardinal. And the Bills, I mean, he had a phenomenal rookie contract with them. He really stepped up over the last couple of seasons, was an integral part of Leslie Frazier's defense. Yes, Leslie Frazier has one of the best defenses in the National Football League, if you didn't know. He played all along the defensive front, played some DN, 3-tack, nose tackle, etc. So when the Vikings inked him up to a 3-year, $19.5 million deal with a $7 million signing bonus and $12.9 million guaranteed, you're thinking, okay, well, whatever. You got a value free agent guy, can play all along the defensive line, and you always gauge the reaction of free agents by how the previous team's fans react by the player leaving. So the Dolphins were over Jesse Davis, right? Because they saw Jesse Davis the tackle, who was ass. Thank you. Jesse Davis the guard is perfectly fine, but whatever. Dolphins fans were really crying in their beer or mojitos about losing Jesse Davis. But Bills fans, Bills Mafia, by the way, has a lot of beer. They were definitely crying in their beer because Harrison Phillips was one of their guys. It was a really integral part of their defensive front, and that's why. All right, here we go. And then you get Harrison Phillips in training camp, and he looks phenomenal. He's being a true leader out there, as well as he's just phenomenal. Also, he's in his prime. He is absolutely in his prime, just elapsed his rookie deal, got himself paid. And also, you look at some of the defensive tackle contracts that flew out there. So Fletcher Cox, who was released by the Eagles, re-signed by the Eagles, 1 year, $14 million. Okay. Foley Fudikowski coming in from the Jets to the Jaguars, great nose tackle, but he got paid $10 million per year. And then you go all the way down the list. And you see Daquan Jones, former Titans great. He got paid. He's going to Buffalo now, as well as Austin Johnson. And then you got Harrison Phillips. So $6.5 million per year, and it's basically a 1-year deal. It's a Rob Brzezinski special, but $12.9 million in guarantees. That's a value. That's an absolute deal and a steal for a guy who, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if Harrison Phillips ends up being a team captain on the Vikings. And that says a lot about being a nose tackle because, well, actually, if you think about it, Linval Joseph who was a team captain for the Vikings for a number of years. He was a nose tackle as well. And you have to demonstrate a lot of leadership. You have to demonstrate a lot of humility, putting the team first, because your job isn't getting the sacks and doing the dance, make a love, get down tonight. Your job is to absorb as many fools as possible from the offensive line, especially when you're a odd front, 3-4 nose tackle playing 0 or 1 tackle. Like, your job is to occupy the center and also take up one of the guards. Ideally. So your job is to control both A gaps, and Harrison Phillips can do that, even though he's not traditional, 3-4 nose tackle. I think that he's going to fit that role with a plum, and he's going to make life easier for Eric Kendricks, for Jordan Hicks in front of him, for Diesel Dalvin, for Armand for Watts, who, by the way, I think Armand Watts is primed for a phenomenal season. I think he's really going to break out this year. Slim down a little bit, playing that dedicated 5-tech spot, even though he's playing nose tackle last season. Woo! Armand Ferratz, I'm fired up, man. But yeah, the defensive front, even though there's a lot of question marks, Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson, free agent last year. Michael Pierce was cut. Bring in Harrison Phillips. Can Armand Ferratz step up? Then you didn't spend a draft pick until you picked up Usezi in the 5th round. So I'm feeling okay, even though you could add a little bit of depth. Dominican Sue. Or bring back Linval Joseph, don't really care. But either way, Harrison Phillips, a.k.a. Harry the Horrible, I think is really set up to be a great leader at that pivot spot up front on the defense. And it's just going to set the tone because the Vikings, were absolute booty the last couple of years in run defense. I think Harrison Phillips is going to shore up a lot of that. Plus, I think he'll bring a little bit of boogie in the pass rush as well. So I cannot wait. He's a phenomenal signing, great value signing. He's good dude on and off the field, and especially on the field. He's just going to be dynamite, man. But your thoughts are our thoughts. Harrison Phillips, potentially the value free agent of the offseason. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.